Today let us study about forest society and colonialism. Forest society and colonialism. So let us first of all try to understand about this forest products we get from the forest. What are the forest products or what are the things we get from the forest? You may know that we get different things from the forest. Which are the things we get from the forest? Honey, gum, timber, herbs, firewood, charcoal, then fruits, flowers, etc. So all these things we get from the forest. You know that many Adivasi or tribal peoples they live in our country. Which are the tribal groups that live in our country? Gonds, then Sandals, then Yerikulas. So different tribal peoples they lived in our country. Which are the tribals that live in Kerala? Kada, Kanikan, Muduvan, Ulladan, Uradi, Malakmandaram. So these different types of tribal peoples they live in our country. So these tribal people how they lived in the forest. They mainly depend on these forest products. These tribal peoples they mainly depend on the forest product. Then only they can live, they can survive. That we can call the livelihood. For livelihood, they depend on these forest product. Now, who depend on these products? For these tribal peoples, they depend on these forest product for their livelihood. They sell these forest products and they live. So that we can say that these tribal peoples lives with the help of these forest products, or for their livelihood they depend on forest. So they in earlier days you know that they go to the customary rights. Early the kings they gave customary rights. What is customary? Next we want to know what is customary right. Customary right here means that the forest dwellers or these tribals or these Adivasi groups they live depending on these forest products. So they had the right to collect these items. Which are the things they collected from the forest? Honey, gum, herbs, firewood, charcoal, fruits, flowers, etc. They collect from this forest. So they had the right to collect these items from the forest and they can sell it for their livelihood. That we can call it as customary rights. That is called customary rights. In earlier society, these tribals they got customary rights. Even the kings also allowed them to collect these forest products because that is depend upon according to the forest product only they can live. Then it means that they mainly depend on these forest products. So later on what happens? When the Britishers they come to India, they make India as a colony. That time what happened? They didn't allow these tribal peoples to collect these forest products. Why they didn't allow these tribal peoples to collect these forest products? The main reason behind it is that these forest products they impose tax. So Britishers they said that these tribal people if they collect these forest products they had to pay tax. They had to pay tax to the Britishers. So you know that that was their main livelihood. That was their main income. What was the main income of these forest dwellers? These forest products. So they can't give these kinds of taxes that will be imposed by the Britishers. That become difficult for these tribal peoples to pay the tax to the Britishers as collecting these forest products. Moreover, in ancient time onwards, they had customary right to collect these goods from the forest. But Britishers, when they make India as a colony, what they did, you know that they asked these tribal peoples to pay tax because they are collecting these things from the forest. Another thing they said that collecting all these things that was illegal. They said that it was illegal. They introduced several new laws like forest laws and other laws. They introduced in India, so that when they make India as a colony, due to colonization, they introduced many laws, especially forest laws. These forest laws badly affect the life of the people, especially the forest dwellers. That badly affect the forest dwellers, or we can say these tribal people. So what are forest laws? next we want to know about forest laws. These forest laws that prevent these people, these tribal peoples or these forest dwellers from collecting these fruits, then cutting wood for fuel, or we can the firewood, collecting firewood, then collecting fruits, then flowers, fruits, charcoal, firewood, herbs, gum, honey. They were not allowed to collect all these things. If anybody collect, the tax will be imposed. Moreover, they won't allowed to collect these items for their livelihood. So that is very difficult for these tribal peoples to survive in the forest. So it's very difficult for these. It is very difficult. So that created lot of problems to the tribal peoples. Tribal people how they will live without this forest, right? How they will live. So that their life become very miserable due to this forest implementation of this forest law by the Britishers. When the Britishers imposed forest laws that prevented them these tribal people from cutting wood, collecting fruits, hunting and fishing. So how they will live without these activities? They engage in these activities. With these activities only they can live. Moreover, their main livelihood is from these items, forest products. Without these things, how they will live? So Britishers, they never think about the livelihood of these forest dwellers, so that things become worsened, so that they can't take all these items. If they take also, they have to pay the tax. Actually, that was their customary rights, that has taken by the Britishers, and they introduced this forest law. That forest law prevented them from collecting all these items. So then moreover, these people, they actually practice the shifting cultivation. They already started this shifting. What is shifting cultivation? They first they clear the forest, then they put all these things in fire. With that ashes, they cultivate different crops. After that, they will shift to another place. Some patches of land there also they clear the forest. In that patches of land they cultivate, so that they shift from one area to another area. They never settle in one place. Suppose if they cultivate this area first they clear this forest and they cultivated here. Then they shift to another area. They won't cultivate. First, if once they cultivate, they won't cultivate again. They will shift to another area. Here also they cultivate. After that they will go to another area. There also they do the same thing. They clear the forest, they cut the forest, they put in fire. With that ashes they may cultivate. So after that again they will go to another place. These parts of land also will. At last they will reach the exact place they cultivated. First where they started cultivation, these kinds of slash and burn cultivation or bone cultivation or zooming cultivation or shifting cultivation, first they started the same place at last they will reach. First they started here, then second here, third here, fourth here, and last they will reach the original place they started. So that these kinds of cultivation we can call as shifting cultivation. So Britishers did? Britishers, they banned this shifting cultivation. So they can't live in the society because they can't survive. Why? Because already the forest laws that prevented them from cutting wood, collecting fruits, hunting and fishing. So how they will live without collecting these forest products? So their life become miserable. At the same time, shifting cultivation also banned. Suppose if they think that they want to cultivate these areas in the forest, that also won't happen. So shifting cultivation also banned. So next you know that the Britishers, they started commercial crops in India. The Britishers first they introduced this forest law. Next they banned this shifting cultivation. Next afterwards they started commercial crops. You know that food crops in ancient time onwards, the people of India, they cultivated food crops. They give more importance to food crops rather than commercial crops. They gave the food crops, they gave importance. Who gave Indians? They gave importance to food crops rather than commercial crops. But when the advent of the Britishers, when Britishers they make India as a colony, they started commercial crops. Which are the commercial crops they started? You know, the tea, coffee, jute, then cotton. All these kinds of commercial crops they started. They started these kinds of commercial crops. These types of commercial crops, when they started, that time what happens? Shortage of food crops that happens. Shortage food crops, they can't produce food crops. Instead, commercial crops that was grown in India, so that the people they did not get proper food items according to the increase in the number of population. Due to the increase in the number of population, that we want to cultivate more crops. But here commercial crops, they expanded. When the Britishers they expanded the commercial crops, that time what happened? These food crops, shortage of food crops, that happens. Many families, tribal families, become under poverty. Many families they don't have food at all. So there will be a severe famine that occur due to these kinds of problems. And due to the policies of the British, these are all the policies of the Britishers. When they started commercial crops, that destroy these food crops, so that they started. You know that one more thing I want to tell, that when they started this jute, wheat, jute and this cotton cultivation. So once this indigo, this type of cultivation when they started, you know that indigo once cultivated, afterwards that land we can't cultivate. That's the problem. If they cultivate indigo, that same land again they can't cultivate, because that fertility of that soil may lose. The fertility of that soil may lose. Once indigo cultivated, again we can't cultivate wheat or rice or anything like that, because that fertility of that soil may lose. So Britishers forced them to cultivate. Britishers forced the Indians to cultivate commercial crops like indigo, jute, then cotton, etc. Indigo, jute, cotton, etc. They were asked to cultivate rather than food crops. That actually destroy the food crops, that ruin the food crops, or that ruined agriculture in India. So the Britishers they cut the trees because these laws are implemented by Britishers. These laws are implemented by Britishers, so they can cut the forest. These laws will not affect the Britishers, because who implemented this law? Britishers implemented this law, so that will not affect the Britishers. Britishers, what they did? They began to cut the forest. They began to cut forest. They began to cut forest, or they began to cut trees. So for what purpose they began to cut trees? For what purpose? To manufacture ship. For manufacturing ship, they cut trees. For railway sleepers, Britishers, you know that Britishers they started railway lines in India. When Britishers started railway, why they started railway lines and railway stations and other things they established in India? To export our items from one place to another place. For that purpose, they introduced railway system in India. When they introduced railway system in India, that time railway lines, railway coaches, railway lines are there, railway track, we can say railway tracks are there. Large areas of railway tracks are there. For that railway tracks, the rails that in earlier times, for the rails, they used wood, especially salt trees, then some trees that will be hardwood trees. They used these kinds of hardwood trees. These hardwood trees are used like sal and other trees. So these type of hardwood trees they used. So they cut these forests. Who cut these forests? The Britishers, they cut the forest for railway sleepers, and another is for manufacturing ship parts. For manufacturing ship railway sleepers, they cut forest in large areas of forest. They cut these forest. Who cut these forests? Britishers. They cut the forest for manufacturing ship and railway sleepers. Next, you know that even contractors, Britishers appointed many contractors. They approached many contractors. These contractors also cut trees. Large areas of forest that has cleared by these contractors. They cut this forest for the order to make a contract with the Britishers, they cut this forest. So these are all affect these people who, which people, tribal people. All these things affected the tribal peoples. Why? Because these tribal people, their main earning is from collecting this wood, timber and all other things. But that was banned. Customary right that was removed, and forest laws implemented. Then commercial crops that forced commercial crops to grow these tribal peoples. Moreover, these tribal peoples were not allowed to cultivate the shifting cultivation. They were not allowed this shifting cultivation also. So how they will live? So their condition become very miserable. So people were dissatisfied by the colonization policy of the Britishers. These are actually that affects the people of the tribals. Tribals become very much angry towards these Britishers. They were waiting a chance to fight against the Britishers. Later on, we can study about many rebellions that afterwards, Sandal rebellion. So there is many rebellions that happened, and they fought against the Britishers. Later on, they fought against the Britishers. We can study later. So once again, I want to tell about these main points. First of all, we try to understand the reason in earlier society, the tribals they mainly depend on this forest product. They had a right also. That right we can call as customary rights. The forest products they can collect freely without any kind of tax and other things. But when the Britishers they make India as a colony, what happens? They impose tax. Tax on collecting that items. Moreover, they remove this customary right, so that forest dollars they can't collect these forest products. So their life become very difficult, or that become very miserable for them. So forest law, moreover, the Britishers introduced forest law. That these forest law that prevent them from cutting wood, collecting fruits, hunting and fishing. So they mainly do these kinds of activities for their livelihood. Now these forest laws that prevent them from cutting wood, collecting fruits, and hunting and fishing. This all this that was not allowed by the Britishers due to forest laws. And shifting cultivation totally banned by Britishers. Shifting cultivation totally banned by the Britishers. And commercial crops in that time, the Britishers, when they make India as a colony, they forced the Indians to cultivate the commercial crops. The commercial crops like cotton, jute, indigo, they were asked to cultivate such kinds of crops rather than wheat, barley, then rice. So instead of food crops, they asked them to cultivate these commercial crops. Moreover, Britishers they asked to plant many trees and asked them to maintain plantation crops. What do you know about plantation crops? It means that all this, you know that in India many species of plants that is existing in our country. So that the Britishers they natural forest, that we can call it as natural forest. The Britishers they cut this natural forest. Who cut this natural forest? The Britishers they cut this natural forest, and afterwards what they did, they used this natural forest for railway sleepers, railway coaches, railway sleepers, then for running these locomotives, they use this wood as fuel. For making fuel, they may use this forest, especially natural forest. They cut this natural forest, and they decided to plant these plantations. They want to maintain plantations. How can they maintain plantations? Plantation here means that one species of trees only planted. So, for example, large areas of land that contains different species of plants. That Britishers will cut all these natural forest. Afterwards, what they will do? They will plant only one tree. Only one tree, I mean that only one species of plants. Total areas that will be in one species of plant. So that these plants will grow in equal size and length. It will grow. Afterwards, while cutting this, all these trees will cut, because that trees will be the same size and same areas only that will be cultivated. So that they can cut all these trees, they can cut all these trees. So they consider this, they can use these kinds of trees trees or these kinds of trees, they can cut it because all these trees are same size or same species of plants. So they decided to cut these kinds of species of plants. That was the idea of the Britishers. They forced to plant commercial crops. They entertain plantation crops rather than other crops or food crops or any other crops. They give more importance to plantation crops also. Moreover, what they did, they introduced scientific forestry in India. Scientific forestry that was introduced in India. As per the scientific forestry, what they did, first they said that for this scientific forestry, they cut the natural forest. They cut this natural forest and they plant the same trees, I mean that is same species of trees, and afterwards they cut these trees for their own use. So actually, in the name of protecting the plants also, they exploited the people of India. Especially they exploited the tribal peoples. Tribal peoples now they can't live because their livelihood lost. They can't cultivate also because shifting cultivation that totally banned. Then how they will live? Forest loss totally affected the people of these tribals. So the natural forest totally disappeared, and Britishers they planted these different kinds of forest like scientific forestry method and other things. German expert Brandis started this scientific forestry in India, and he cut natural forest and he used the scientific and plant the same trees in straight rows that we can call it as plantation. Already I told you. In 1878, forests that they classified this forest into 3 categories. You know that 3 categories. The Britishers divide this forest into 3 categories. Which are the 3 categories? You know that reserved forest, protected forest, and village forest. Which are the forest? That protected forest, reserved forest, and village forest. These tribal peoples, they were not allowed to take anything from the reserved forest. From this reserved forest, they were not allowed to take anything. If they take anything from this reserved forest, they will be punished. They will be punished by the Britishers. The Britishers won't allow them to enter this reserved forest. They can cut trees for fuel and other things from this village forest and protected forest. Protected forest and village forest only they can collect. They won't allow to collect anything from reserved forest. So Britishers what they did? They cut the trees for their own use. They manufacture many ships by using these kinds of woods, and they use them for railway sleepers also. They cut these for railway sleepers also. They cut these forests. Natural habitat of animals, birds got lost because this natural forest they cleared and they planted these plantation crops. They planted these plantation crops. So reserved, protected, and village forest. From this village and protected forest only these tribal peoples can take anything. Villagers collect fuel, fodder, leaves. Earlier you know that villagers they collect fuel, fodder, fuels and other things, fodder, leaves, then fruits, nuts, all these things from the forest. You know that they collected mahua, that is a tree. From that mahua tree, they collect these fruits, and they sell in the market and they live. But the Britishers they won't allow them to take these mahua fruits. Then some roots they use these roots for medicine, herbal medicine and other things. They use these roots, but Britishers they won't allow to take all these things. So these created enmity to these tribal peoples. These tribal peoples they were waiting for a chance to fight the Britishers because their livelihood already lost. So that they become very much angry. So villagers they collect these fruits, fodder, leaves, etc. This mahua, you know that mahua trees that fruits they collected. Then the leaves of certain trees that is for herbal uses. They use that in that times. But now the situation changed. They planted Britishers. They planted teak and sal. Who planted teak and sal? Britishers. They planted teak and sal. These are called hardwood trees. These hardwoods, why they use why they plant these teak and sal? Because sal can be used for making railway sleepers and these kinds of things. But teak they can use it for furniture, to make furniture. So that Britishers they planted teak and sal trees instead of this natural instead of protecting this natural forest. Railway lines, etc. For this, they use these sal trees. Forest Act, actually this Forest Act badly affected the people, which people? Tribal people. This forest law badly affected the tribal peoples. These tribal people become very much angry towards British due to these kinds of forest laws. Villagers, they can't access anything from the forest. Now villagers, they can't access anything from the forest. They can't take anything from the forest. But in this time, new forest law that was implemented. In this time, new forest law that was implemented. As per the new forest law, Britishers understood that there are many dangerous animals that live in the forest. They decided to kill these dangerous animals because the Britishers, they feared that these dangerous animals will kill them, especially the tiger, wolves and other animals that may be dangerous for the Britishers. They understood the situation, and from the new forest, when they introduced the new forest law, they said that those who kill these dangerous animals, they will be rewarded. Those who kill these dangerous animals will be rewarded. So that even expert village, those who are expert in killing animals, they kill many animals because Britishers they promised that they will give reward. Those who kill these dangerous animals will be given reward. So that many villages they kill different species of animals like tiger, then wolves, etc. So moreover, as an entertainment, the Britishers they kill the animals. As an entertainment purpose also, they kill animals. You know that George Yule killed more than 4,000 tigers. George Yule, he killed more than 4,000 tigers. George Yule, the British officer, the British administrator, George Yule, he killed more than 400 tigers. And in that time, those who killed more tigers, he become famous. And they will keep these dead bodies of these tigers in front of him and take photos and publish, and that this person George Yule, he killed 400 tigers. Actually, he can't kill these 400 tigers, but with the help of these tribal people, they were expert in hunting. With the help of this tribal people only, he killed 400 tigers. Actually, he can't kill tigers. But in history, it has been written that George Yule, a British administrator, he killed 400 tigers. So he became famous. Actually, with the help of this villagers only, he killed 400 tigers. So this will become this practice, killing of these animals, that will become practiced. So many wild animals, wolves, tigers, etc. From this forest that was killed, and those who kill these animals were given reward. So that people also kill these kinds of, especially the tribal people also kill these kinds of the dangerous animals. So many pastoralist and nomadic communities like the Korawa, then Yerigula, Korawa, and then Karacha, this Madras presidency lost their livelihood. These Yerigula, Korawa, these kinds of tribal peoples, they lost their livelihood. So they become very Yerigula tribe, then Korawa tribe, then these kinds of tribes become very much angry towards the Britishers. So they were waiting to fight against the Britishers. Britishers, they understood that these people are angry towards Britishers. So anyway, they want to suppress these peoples. So later on, it led to rebellions, Sandal rebellion, then you know that Munda rebellion, Sandal rebellion. These kinds of rebellion happens. These rebellion happened due to these kinds of activities of the Britishers. What the Britishers did, they removed the customary rights, and next they introduced forest laws. They banned this shifting cultivation. They introduced commercial crops, and British they cut trees. They can cut trees. They cut trees for manufacturing, for railway repairs. Even British tied up with the contractors, local contractors. So these local contractors cut trees for the Britishers. So the Britishers, they did all these kinds of things, and they said that they are protecting the forest. Actually, they did not protect it. They said that we want to introduce scientific forestry in India. Actually, they did not do any kind of these kinds of things. They did not do anything for the forest dwellers as well as for protecting these plants. If they want to protect the plants, definitely they won't cut this natural forest. But they cut this natural forest. They started these plantation crops. They stopped these customary rights, and they did not allow these people to enter the forest. The forest they divided into three, which are the protected forest, then reserved forest, then village forest. From the village forest and protected forest only, the people they can collect firewood and other things. If they enter the reserved forest, they will be punished. They will be imposed taxes and they will be punished. So how these people will live? So that people they become very much angry to the Britishers. That led to Sandal rebellion, Munda rebellion, and such type of rebellions. So Britishers later understood that they understood that the tribal peoples are very much strong. Britishers understood that the tribal peoples are very strong. It's very difficult to suppress these tribal peoples. Later we will study about these kinds of rebellions. In my next class we can study about the rebellions, Munda rebellion, Sandal rebellion, and other rebellions. So these, moreover, certain tribes like Korava, Yerugula tribes, they lost their livelihood. And some of them began to be called as criminal tribes. Even Britishers, they call some people call them as criminal tribes. Britishers, they call some people are criminal tribes, and they were captured as slaves. They were Britishers. They captured these some tribal peoples. Britishers considered as criminal tribes, and they captured these tribal peoples. They captured these tribal peoples, and they were asked to work in the factories. These tribal peoples, they were asked to work in the factories that was established by the British, and they were asked to work in the mines of the Britishers, factories, mines of the Britishers, and even plantations. They consider these people are criminal tribes, and they were captured, and they were asked to work in the mines, then plantations, and moreover they were asked to work in factories. So these peoples, they were very much angry towards the Britishers, and it led to many tribal rebellions. I hope that you understood all these things. Once again, I am going to wind up the session, so that I think that you understood about this forest society and colonialism, how colonization that affected the life of the people, tribal peoples, and what is customary right, what you know about forest laws, what is shifting cultivation, then what is commercial crops, then what is plantation crops, what is scientific forestry, Then why Britishers give importance for killing the animals in the new forest laws? Why they kill these animals? Why they reward the tribals, those who kill these dangerous animals? Next, all these things we discussed, and moreover the Yerikula tribes, then Korava tribes, so how they lost their livelihood. So at last we said that these people, tribals, they become very much angry towards British. That led to tribal rebellion. I hope that you understood these much things well. Thank you, children.